Hey everyone, thank you for watching my channel. Welcome if you are new here. I'm gonna do an overall general energy reading. To get started, I already did a pre-draw and there were some pretty powerful messages that came out right away. To get started with the overall energy, the first card that I drew, I just felt like I needed to use these medicine cards, and I got the bear. Also the number 5, if that resonates with anybody, 555, or just the number 5, you could be seeing that a lot in synchronicities. Number 5 is like, it's change. So it reminds me of like the tower. And it's definitely like when things don't make sense on the outside, going within, which is all about, you know, what the bear is about. The bear is about like introspection. Bears hibernate in the winter. They go within, into your, you know, you could be getting messages like through your dreams. And if you don't really pay attention to your dreams, right now might be a good time to be like taking some time to reflect on them when you wake up, keeping a journal like next to your bed and just writing down like anything, because you know how when we dream and you know you wake up and like you can even be like a really powerful dream, like that just happened to me, like seriously, like I had a really powerful dream and I was like, there's no way I'll forget this. And then like, you know, a few hours later, I forgot what it even was. So it's good to like sometimes just wake up and write it down right away. Because definitely your guides and your ancestors are sending you messages right now through the dream state. So I also just really feel like the number 5 is powerful here, and like honey, there's something about like the sweetness that you're seeking, like that honey, like if you might be also literally like craving sweet things right now. I just looked at this card and it reminded me of a bear trying to get something out of a tree, and how they're always like searching for honey, and I thought of honey as like the truth, like the sweetness of the truth, and you'll receive that the most right now through your intuition and in the dream state. Like you are getting these messages right now there. So right away, the next card that I pulled from the tarot was the Justice card. So we've got like heavy Libra energy here. We also have, you know, we have the Empress. So Taurus, we've got Venus energy here. So you could be dealing with either of those signs. And I'm really being drawn to the green here. So there's definitely like the heart chakra. This is definitely a reading about matters of the heart. Someone is in introspection and there is a great upheaval, and it's not quite the right time for them to return. But in time, they are going to come forward. But it's not the right time right now because this person is coming up as a page. So this is definitely like, I feel like a love reading. This is I don't know why, but I put these two on either side of this. So I'm feeling like this person wants to come towards you. Somebody's wanting to come towards. I feel like the viewers right now, like you're coming out as like this Empress energy. or this person is trying to like step into their Empress energy, like their divine feminine, and they're having a really hard time doing so. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse here is just letting me know that like there is still, the clock is going to turn, but it's just not quite the right time here. I'm hearing they're still working on, they're needing to do some introspection. They're needing to do some deep soul searching. They're being stripped of everything outside of them, like in the material. And this may be happening to you too. Like if this is like a divine kind of like connection, we'll see here as the cards come out. But there's a lot at play. There's a lot of major arcana here. So like there is a lot that's going on that is kind of, you know, a lot going on above here. And I'm just getting this really heavy feeling of this waiting game. And also waiting for the truth, wanting to know the truth, like wanting to know like if this is like true love. And I just keep seeing green here. I don't know if the green is a relevant color to you, but green to me too is like, I mean, it always reminds me of the heart chakra, but also like, I don't know why I'm getting money. Like if someone's waiting for possibly some more money with the Page of Pentacles here too, this person might be wanting to have more to give, like financially or just whatever kind of, you know, because Pentacles is physical, so you know, the material, like if whatever they can actually bring to the table in the physical 3D realm, not in the 3D because they need to like go within themselves. But I'm hearing that they're focused very much on the physical, on like being stable, on getting better here, in that way. And that's not necessarily the way that they're gonna find their own truth at all. So let's see what comes out here. But this Justice card being the first thing like that to come out, and then the Empress right after, there's a transformation that's happened here. There is like, someone is going to be getting some information in the dream state, or just in general, like just this inner knowing. You know when you just know, like this person, someone's gonna just know that there is a very divine energy and presence that has already entered into their life. And they need to take this time to be introspective. See, yeah. They need to take this time so they can, to see that they've been literally handed, I mean, not, they've been given a gift from, I don't even really use the word God a lot, but a gift, this feels like a gift from God. Somebody has entered into their life, and I'm noticing that, like, you know, in this card, the hand of God is, it's like coming out of the clouds, and it's literally facing towards this Empress, which I feel like is you, whoever's watching. And you can be a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, but someone's embodying this Empress energy, and it's facing towards you, like the everything that they could ever want, and the creation to create like the life that they want, everything. You know, a wand literally symbolizes like you can create anything, whatever you want. It's magic, is leading back to this person, you know, but they're not, it's not the right time. They have to do this introspection first. They have to go they have to go through this. I'm hearing dark night of the soul. I know that's kind of cliche at this point, or I mean, it's not cliche. It's just like, of course, you know, everybody says dark night of the soul, but that's really what this is feeling like, especially with all this major arcana here. Like, there is definitely something going on above that maybe you don't necessarily, it doesn't really make sense in the 3D. I want to get some more like details here. What is this Justice card about for my collective viewers? What is, what's going on here with this Justice card? Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have the World here in reverse. A lot of major, so much major. Okay, so a cycle has not been completed yet. It's not the right time because this person is still coming out as a page. Like, they're... Also, I just got, if you're waiting for a baby, if you want to have a child, this is really random and just side note, but if you, this Empress here too, you're gonna get that child. You're going to, if somebody is having a hard time getting pregnant with fertility, or if you're wondering or questioning, you are going to, this is all like saying right here, like it's going to happen. It's just not quite the right time yet for some reason, and you'll understand later. You will understand later why, but it's going to happen. It's just not, it's not the right time yet. There's something that needs to be finished up before, there's something that needs to be finished before that can happen. And the cycle is finishing now. It's in the process of finishing up, but it's just not quite there yet. But this, like, you are going to receive that blessing. If someone here needed to hear that specifically, if you're waiting or wondering about a child, or it's going to happen. It's in the cards. I see it that very clearly. That just came to me. So that, I don't know who that was for, but that was for somebody specific. So don't lose hope, and don't, because it's coming, and this is like your confirmation, because that was really specific. Yeah, it's sweet. I don't know, I'm just getting this really like overwhelming feeling, especially with the Justice card, right? Like, it's gonna happen for you. Anyways, okay, back to, let's see what else comes out here. So in regards to this person, this cycle needs to be finished up, and I'm also hearing that there may be somebody specific who's dealing with somebody who is potentially waiting on their children to be a little bit older. I don't know. There's somebody who might be dealing with somebody who is like in another commitment, and they're having a hard time leaving or telling their kids, or there's something about like kids needing to like be a little bit older. Like, that might be like the some element of how this is affecting this connection. All right. Oh. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So we have the Six of Wands. And that fell out right on top of these two guys. And with these two, when these came out, I asked for what covers the situation. And what covers it is like, meaning like, what is kind of the overall influence? There's general energy, and then I always ask about what kind of, what is the overall, like, you know, what's the driving force? And with the Wheel of Fortune reverse and the Page of Pentacles, I immediately got that like this person is just not quite ready to give you this offer in the 3D, and they want to actually give you like something solid, but it's just not quite the right time. It's not quite the right time. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, meaning that there is like divine timing that has to do with this. This isn't just like some like la-di-da, you guys are just winging it. There are a lot of other things at play here. This is a divine connection. Like, you guys definitely have a soul contract or something along those lines. Might be a twin flame. Something about you guys being in union. This is unfinished here. This is not over, but they are needing to go within right now, and they have to. You probably do as well, like both of you guys. But I'm really feeling like you have like leveled up here, and this person is kind of, you know, following. And then for the Six of Wands to come out right after, it's like they're going to bring you this offer, and this really makes me feel like right here, they want to give you something, like maybe a ring, like a proposal, something. It's gonna feel small because it's the Page of Pentacles, but it's a commitment and it's a promise. Like, I'm hearing promise ring. I don't know, something that's like gonna really, like, and promise ring sounds so juvenile, but it's sweet, it's innocent, and it's very pure. It's very like, and I'm also getting that this person, they feel very, like, you make them feel almost the way that they love you. There's something about, you know, when you have your first love, like when you're and there's like this innocence, or even when you're like, you know, you have like a crush and you're younger. It's like when we're younger, like the world seems, and it is, the world is so big. I mean, like, the possibilities are endless, but that's really, really felt. You know, you feel like anything can happen. You feel like you're gonna beat all the odds, like when you young love, you know. And then we get kind of jaded, and we so there's this feeling though that this person has for you that is very like fairy tale, but not even fairy tale in the way, like, it's, they feel like you make them feel young again. And even if you guys are young, like, you make them feel like, oh, this, like, anything can happen, you know. Just, you know what I'm saying. Like, when you're younger and you fall in love with somebody, or you have your first love, it's like, even if you're, you know, I don't know, like, you know, in your younger high school years, middle school years, like, what, you know, I fell in love for the first time when I was, I don't know, young. So, and I remember, you know, you feel like we're gonna beat the odds. Like, it's just so pure, and it's innocent, and it's sweet, because and it's completely overtaking. Like, this person feels like that about you. No matter how old you guys are, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you make them feel young again. Like, anything's possible. It's a very, very sweet, like, pure, like, feeling of, like, and it is like you kind of occupy their entire mind. But there's something that has to close out here, or some kind of cycle that is really but I don't know how to explain this feeling that I just got, that's just like so sweet and so innocent and pure, like a really pure, like, love that is, that you know, yeah, makes you feel like a kid again. So we have the Fool in reverse. So there's, like I said, the new beginning won't, you know, I feel like this person wants to continue to try to bring you this offer, but the way that they're coming to you as this page, you know, they're coming towards you, they come with this, you know, little page offer that's very sweet, but you know, it's not enough to create this new beginning. This is not what's in the cards. You, as if you are, you know, you're coming out as the Empress, you need, your counterpart is the Emperor. You know, you need somebody who is going to be on your level. And this person, although they love you, and they may be even like, there may be an age difference here, doesn't, you know, but this person could just be very, very young at heart. Someone here is like very young, like a new soul almost. Like they are, you know, having trouble. They're still learning a lot about like this whole thing called life. And you are one of the biggest experiences that they will ever have in this lifetime. And it's an ongoing, you know, like I said, this is a divine connection. So this is going to be a continuing thing if you want it to be. But they love you. They love you. They really love you. I'm gonna try to refocus, but they really do. But it's not working. Like they're unable to have this new beginning. They're unable to have this. There's something about like their innocence, or like their, you know, that their immaturity almost, that was maybe enticing or kind of sweet, or like kind of drew you in the beginning, or switch energies around if needed. But now it's like, this is just not gonna work. Like on a practical level, you need somebody, they need to grow up. Like they have to grow up. They have to, and I'm not necessarily getting, yeah, see, the Hierophant in reverse. So there's like, ooh. There's the, like, you want, you want a real commitment. You want like marriage. You want like a lifetime with somebody, and like you're not playing around. There's no like, there can't be, you know, you can't, it's like the love is there, but the practicality of the situation, like realistically, it's like, okay, how are we gonna do this? How are we actually gonna like build a family together? How are we gonna like be in like a partnership, if that's what you want, if you want to build a family, or just but the everyday day-to-day things that like life throws at you, like the basic practical things of being in a partnership, that this person falls short when it comes to that. Like I'm talking like being dependable, being you know, there's something where like they're stuck in this energy of like, I don't know if this is like a really free spirit, or like somebody who like, they have this idea of like living in a way that is just not really realistic if you're going to be in a relationship, in a partnership with somebody, or it's just at least not realistic for what you're needing, and they want to give you what you need, and it's not something where you're being, because like I feel like there's an energy of, it makes maybe you, or again this could be vice versa, switch the energies if you need, it makes somebody feel like, okay, am I just like, why do I have to be the practical one? Why do I have to be the serious one? Why do I have to be like the responsible one? This person, I feel like there's an energy of, you know, you're never gonna be able to let loose and have fun, or like, you know, you need to be able to enjoy yourself too. You want to feel like you can, you don't, it's just not balanced in that way, where like, you know, they live a life that's like so free, like they're like freeloading almost, and or like they just kind of live like day to day, the seat of the pants. There's something about like, I don't know, I'm getting like somebody who like wants to like, they'd be down to like live in like a van. They don't have any plan, and that's fine, but it's kind of just like, for what you want, it's not necessarily, and what they want with you, actually, like the way that the relationship and that they feel about you and that they want it to go, the way that they live their every day-to-day life, it's not realistic or practical in terms of them actually being there for you on like a practical level, and you're there for them on a practical level. You're dependable, you are responsible. But when you're the only responsible one in a connection, it can start to feel like, okay, wait, when was the last time that I like took a break and relaxed and like had fun? When was the last time I like just got to like, oh, okay, like do whatever I want? Like, you can't depend on this person. And it's, how can you relax? It's hard to relax or like feel, you know, and you can get really swept up and lost in that after a while. Like when that can just become like a normal feeling of like, okay, I gotta go take care of this, I gotta go take care of that, blah, 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 because you just know that they're not gonna do it. And that's all fine until one day you're like, wait, hold on. I've been doing this for you and me and holding it down. Like, it's kind of like there's one person who's like up in the clouds, and then the other person is like, hey, I gotta like keep you, you know, grounded. And that's fine. But, you know, we're all different, you know, and people bring different things to the table. But you also need balance in that situation. Like, you need to be receiving something in order to like give that to that person. I hope that that makes sense. But I'm feeling like that kind of a dynamic here. It's like opposites attract. Maybe this person is younger than you, or somebody here just has less responsibility maybe, or they, you know, but you know, you guys both want to be together. This person wants to be with you. And so there's just somebody here whose life calls for more of a, just, you know, in order for this to be a long-term connection, for this to be, you know, and for you to really build with this person, they have to, you know, they got to come to you as, you know, they can't be just coming to you like just like a page. At the bottom of the deck we got King of Pentacles. So yeah, and then we got the Three of Cups. So there might be somebody else coming in here too who's going to kind of either they're, you know, they're a potential soulmate or another connection, or this could kind of light the fire under this person's, you know what, to get it together, to become what they know they can become. But the Three of Cups is here, so, but I'm not feeling like this person, I'm feeling like there's going to be a third party coming in here soon to kind of even show this person like, okay, like this is what I could be dealing with. Like, are you going to step it up, or like, am I, you know, and I feel like there really is potential here for this person to like get it together. But, you know, because the Page of Pentacles is here, but then we have the King of Pentacles. So it's like they could be in that energy. You know, they could like grow to be that. But right now, and I feel like with the Three of Cups too, it's like there's maybe like with that potential of like that third party, or it's just like this coming together and like celebrating. Like they could just be wanting to like come in and have a good time or celebrate. Like they want to just be living in this energy of like, okay, everything is either great or I'm out, or like, you know, as soon as things get hard, I'm gonna go. And it's just kind of like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like if you know, you need a partner that is gonna stay even when things are hard, like especially when things are hard. Like if you're gonna leave as soon as things get rough, like that is a, like, number one, it's like that's being a coward. Number two, that is literally like, how can you walk through life with somebody like that? How can you build with somebody like that? Like how can you, like, let's say you guys want to start a business together, how do you actually, like, you know, you don't go into business with somebody that you don't trust to like be there. You make an agreement that you're like, okay, we're gonna get through this together. We know it's gonna be hard. It's like, this is a relationship is kind of like a business arrangement in a way. It's like, this is what this is. So like, you know, we're either gonna do this or we're not gonna do this. and this person could be with this bear character in this dream state too. Like they could always be like a person like in the clouds. Like I don't know. I'm getting Pisces energy. I love Pisces. I mean, I love all the signs, but there's really great things about a person who, you know, Pisces energy is like the dream state. It's the last sign of the zodiac, so they're, you know, it's the closest sign to the other side. It's very like very intuitive, very like, you know, knowing. It's almost like otherworldly. Like some Pisces that I'll meet, like I'm like, oh, you, like it's like they're not quite, you know, they're always kind of somewhere else. It's because they're almost on their way out, you know what I mean? Like they're in this dream state, which is fine, but it's like at some point too you need to like be brought down and like grounded, because we are living, you know, as human beings on this earth, and there are like practical day-to-day things that need to like be taken care of, need to be, you know, done. And it's not fair for just one person to have to be doing that all the time, you know, and the other person is like, oh, okay, like out just kind of doing whatever they want, like celebrate. I'm getting really heavy, like, I don't know, partying energy, or like just like not, you know, having a lot of fun and enjoying themselves, but not taking life seriously, and not like building and growing in the way that they could be, because they're so, yeah. And you guys are like in this energy of like, you don't want to, you're sick of waiting. Like you're sick of waiting for nothing. But it also is like you feel like this is the person, like this is like the person you love. With that King of Pentacles energy too, like it's like I feel like, you know, you could get and have everything that you really want, in terms of like really having a love and like a very fun, like passionate kind of like movie like love, like, you know, the love that like people wait for their entire lives, and you could have, but it's just not, it doesn't feel practical right now. Like you want the practical side, not the practical, I feel like practical is the wrong word. You want it to be easy, and in the realistic way, in the everyday challenges of life. Like you want it to be easy, and it's just not been easy. And this person is gonna get there. They're gonna get there. It might be too late eventually. Like they're getting karma right now, and it's not over. They're getting this karma, and it's not over. And I think I feel like this is really pushing and propelling them to be the man or the woman or whatever, the adult, like to grow in the way that they need to be. And this also might be a person who's like super, like I'm getting somebody who might be like really like righteous or holier than that, or like there might be spiritual in their way, especially with like that dream set. Like they may feel like they really know a lot about, you know, the other side, all these things, you know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this person knows about tarot, knows about, you know, the chakras, and you know, I'm thinking like yoga, energy. Like this person might be all about that, but there may be so much on that side that they're not actually here in real, you know, that is a part of real life, but there's a balance, right? There's got to be a balance. And they're facing karma kind of in a way to show them that that's not, to show them that they don't know it all. They don't know, and I feel like they know that they don't know it all, but their ways of going about things are not just the right way. And I feel like I just keep getting this energy of somebody, like I'm serious, like who like somebody who's gonna watch this is like their person like lives in a van or has like lived in a van, like free spirit, travels wherever, goes with the flow, like, and they're super actually set in their ways. Like, it's funny because they're actually really rigid almost in their way of like, oh no, like it's gotta be like just go, and they're actually like very, you know, they need to evolve, and they haven't realized yet that that's what needs to happen. But this person, like, they love you, but I'm feeling like there's other people who love you too, or other people who are gonna come in to maybe show them that like they need to get it together, because there's only one Empress here, and there's only one Empress in the deck, and they might really like lose you. And I feel like they're not even quite, they're so, again, I'm getting like the flowy, like, like let the universe figure, I don't know, something like that. But they're not quite in tune with their emotions. They're not like quite, when you ground yourself and you allow yourself, you bring yourself back into your body, it's like you gotta let yourself feel that heaviness and really be here, to be present. You know, they kind of like talk the talk, but they don't necessarily walk the walk. And they've got to get it, person really has got to get it together in terms of the, like, that's all fine and dandy if you want to do what you do, live how you want to live, but at the end of the day, you have to also play the game, right? And it's like this, somebody like feels like there's no rules, and like there shouldn't be any, you know, they got to answer for everything, or like it's like that's not even real, like that kind of it's just, and it's almost like in the way of like this gaslighting energy, or like this just kind of disregarding like your experience or other people's experiences, or like, you know, like I'm getting the energy of somebody who can just kind of talk their way out of anything, or just dismiss anything because they don't believe that, or they don't practice, you know, they live life differently, so there's no like the rules don't apply to them. I don't know, it's interesting energy, but they're not letting you go. They're heavy in this, and they're wanting to, they're unconventional. That's what I'm saying to say. They're very like free spirited, very and also they might be like in this way of like, oh well, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be, like they're kind of playing this like off, like but there's a side of them that's actually very practical and very traditional, I'm hearing too. And that's the side of them that's kind of gonna be waking up in these next, I want to say, few months, but maybe like a year. I don't know. I'm hearing it's not gonna be right now, and it might even be to the point where like it makes me sad, because it's like this person is like, oh, I don't know why, I'm just like feeling like I just see and like this little rose that they're holding, or this flower, like it's, this card is in reverse, but it's like they're so like, it's like they're not even looking at the flower, but they're holding on to it, like they're not even worried that you're gonna go anywhere. They just believe so much that, like, you know, they really love you, and that there's nothing that could, it's like they're not down to earth. They got to bring themselves back down to earth to realize that they're really losing potentially like the love of their life, and that it's not just like, it's not everything is just like fixable, and not everything is just gonna work out in divine timing in their favor. Like, we have free will, we have choices, we have, like, you can have a soul contract or a soul connection with somebody, you can literally be a twin flame, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are gonna come into union. I mean, you're not gonna wait for this person forever. That's not a part of the contract, you know, like that's not what this is. You guys didn't come here to just do that, to just wait for this person. Like, no, it gets to a point where you can't wait anymore. So I just like, I'm sorry, just before I end the reading, that like there's like, look at this person, like this is literally like your person, like this, like they've got their little bag, they're like walking around, they're like, oh whatever, like it's all, and they don't even know, like, and this is you, like they're holding on to you like this, like they're literally like, it's like this is the most free spirited, like I don't know, I'm just getting this so much from this card, like this is like your person, like just flying by the seat of their pants, living day to day, like I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow, who knows, like I might go here, might go there, like not wanting to make any plans, like, and they believe that that's the way of life. I don't know. I hope that you get what I'm saying. I hope that you do. I do. Yeah, that's a lot to deal with. But yeah, they're reaping karma right now, and they don't even really know or understand what exactly it is yet. But they definitely, I feel like a lot of these people know what karma is. You know, a lot of your people, I'm talking to you who's watching, like your person, a lot of you, your person knows what karma is. Like they are kind of in tune with this kind of stuff. So but Spirit's gonna hit them like in a way that they're gonna be like, whoa, like they thought they were spiritual, like they thought that they were kind of awakened now, or they thought again like that holier than thou, not holier than thou, but they're gonna, you know, they haven't really seen anything yet. So you have to let them go through this. And like I said, it is being divinely orchestrated. So there is going to be, you know, a time when the timing is right. It's just not right now, and I know nobody wants to, you don't want to hear that. You want to know when, and I'm saying like the next few months to like a year, but this is a transformation. This is like, and nothing that's gonna last, this lasting change that this person needs to go through, that nothing like that happens overnight. We want it to, but those things, they take time. And when you want to spend a lifetime together with somebody though, like, you could look back and say, oh, okay, well, it wasn't actually, that time in comparison to the time that you guys could have together is a lot. But at the same time, waiting on somebody is not also what you're meant to do, or, you can have everything that you want, and you can have it with somebody else too. And that. I feel like this person is so focused on like your connection and your love, which like I'm sure you are too, like you guys feel this, that they're not really understanding that like, yeah, like there's only one them, but there's also only one you, and there's other people who also can come in, and Spirit can like divinely orchestrate that, where it's like if they just decide to not go through this transformation that they're needing to go through, like they're meant to go through this, it's kind of just, it's a little ironic. I don't know, because I feel like some of you guys' person is like so spiritual, I'm hearing, or I feel like, or like they know. So it's like, it's just funny that they're gonna go through this transformation and just have, the kind of, just a big change of perspective. But it's not your job to wait. And the universe will show you when it's time to really like stop, or to let it go. And it, it's not gonna feel bad if that does have to happen. If you do need to walk away from this person might come to at a time where like you've already met somebody else, and you won't be the same person that like, it will just be too late. You know how it feels like when you're just like, you love somebody, but you're just like, this is not the same anymore. Like it's just kind of like they took too long. It's just, and you can't help it. It's like the sad feeling of like, I want to love you and I want this the way I did, but I just don't anymore. And it's like, it doesn't happen until you actually are even presented with it again. And then you're like, oh wait, I don't even, I don't know. So there's a potential for like that to happen if this person doesn't get it together, but it's going to be you that like isn't wanting it. It's not going to be them. And that's what makes me sad, because it's like, they want this. They always have. and they always will, and you will be like their greatest loss. And I'm just hoping that they get it together, because if it is too late, like that's a sad story for them and for you. But okay, that is the reading. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like this video if it resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments if it did. I'm kind of new to this, but I've been reading tarot for a while, but I'm kind of new to making these videos, so I hope that you like this. And I appreciate you just taking the time to watch, and wherever you are, I'm just sending you love and light and wishing you the best. And look up bears. Look up bear, like just like the symbolism. Not just look up bears, but look up, you know, I would suggest looking into the bear just as a like spirit animal. Some of you guys might have that as your spirit animal. I'm just kidding. But just like the meaning behind it and stuff. And yeah, I'll hold it up one more time just so you can, I always like to look at things like, you know, get a visual. I don't know, there's kind of a glare, but you know, maybe meditate on that image a little bit. Take time to yourself. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go. Bye.